Potter Batiste says, how to not get nervous around native English speakers. And I would expand this question to how can I just not feel nervous around others? Because there are some people who have anxiety problems where they will be afraid to go to a coffee shop and say what they want, let alone stand up in front of a group of 30 people and talk about something, right? The first realization that I think could help you is to realize that it doesn't really matter that much. It really doesn't. If you do something horrible and stupid in front of a group of people, in the large scheme of your life and their lives, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. So all that's on the line is maybe how you feel other people feel about you. And I've found that people who focus a lot on that, how do others feel about me? How do others think about me? Are other people judging me? The people who really focus on that tend to have anxiety issues when they're in social situations. They really care how other people might be thinking about them, how other people might be judging them. But the key to that, or the key word there, is might be, because in reality, it's very unlikely that anybody is judging you. And even if they are judging you, it's a momentary thing that disappears in 5 seconds. They think, oh, what an idiot. And then they move on with their day, and they do their own thing, and they stop thinking about you. They don't really care, right? I've seen things on YouTube, and I thought, what an idiot, right? Someone has done something really stupid. But then I stopped thinking about it, even the dumbest thing you can imagine. So I'm judging that person, right? For a moment, I think, what an idiot, and then I move on. And so if it's just a momentary thing, does it really matter? Does it really matter if other people have a momentary thought of, pfft? It really doesn't. And if you can sort of get yourself to a place where you just don't care that much if people have that momentary thought of, idiot. If you don't care if people have that thought, then you won't feel as afraid to say something, to express yourself, to have a social encounter, right? And I've experienced the feeling. I know the feeling of fear talking to others, or fear of expressing yourself in front of a group. I know. I have a little story to share that might help. It's something that really helped me. In my high school, I was the number 2 student in the school, right? Second, there was one girl who was 0.01 in her grades ahead of me. Very frustrating. Anyway, so the responsibility of that person, the salutatorian, is to give a speech at graduation. Now, the graduation speech is in front of perhaps 2,000 people. So you have 2,000 people looking at you. You're an 18-year-old. You wrote this speech, and you have to talk in front of that many people, 2,000 people. And I was really, really nervous about it. Even though I was just reading, I was so nervous about giving this speech, because I'm not only talking to people I don't know, I'm also going to be talking to my classmates who I've been with for 4 years, talking to my family who have driven 3.5 hours to come and see me graduate at the graduation ceremony. So I thought to myself, this must be in my head. This has to be just in my mind. Right? So the first thing I accepted was, this must be in my mind. It doesn't exist anywhere else. This anxiety is inside. So if it's inside me, and if it's nowhere else, then what can I do, or what can I realize that might make me relax and give a better speech. Because if I'm really nervous when I give my speech, I'm going to give a bad speech. And that's going to be worse for me because then people will really make fun of me later. Oh, what an idiot. Luke, you gave a terrible speech. That was such a stupid speech, right? So I thought, okay, what's the absolute worst thing that could happen? The absolute worst. The worst thing that could happen would be that I maybe accidentally say a bad word in the speech and the whole auditorium starts laughing at me. Ha, 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 ha. And they laugh at me for 10 minutes and I'm just standing there in front of 2,000 people. So I imagined the worst possible situation. And then I went a step further. I used my imagination to then imagine 2 weeks later. And I thought, if 2 weeks later, do you think people will still be walking around thinking about me and how dumb I was for reading or misreading my speech? Probably not. So it'll be this embarrassing thing that happens, and then it'll be done, and it'll be over, and everyone will have moved on with their lives, and they'll be focused on their own things. So in the large picture, who cares? And honestly, that helped me a lot. So as soon as I had that realization, then I thought, yeah, who really cares? All right, maybe they laugh at me. Fine, everyone will laugh at me. Then everyone will forget about it. Everyone will go about doing what they were doing. Who really cares? And then if that happens, then I'll eventually forget about it. That made me relax. Nobody really cares. Nobody cares about me that much. People really just care about their own lives. So then a weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I gave a really good speech. It was a very good speech because I was so relaxed and so comfortable because I really didn't care anymore. That realization is something that you have to discover, and it's something that goes on in here. It's a matter of imagining the worst possible situation and then fast forwarding a little farther and realizing that even the worst possible thing doesn't really matter. And then that might help you relax. So when you're speaking to a native English speaker, if you come here to where I am and we have a conversation right now, I'm a native English speaker, I'm a teacher, I'm looking at you, and you say something wrong, you might be thinking that I'm thinking, okay, I'm an English teacher, this idiot better not say something wrong or I'm going to be really angry. I promise you, I couldn't care less if you say, if you do that, I don't care. That's fine. That's very interesting. I'm not going to judge you, right? People making mistakes in English is part of the process of getting better. I really don't care. And if I really don't care, a native English speaker whose job and business is to teach people English and correct people's English, if I don't care, then who cares, right? Most people don't care, especially when it comes to English. They understand that it's not your native language. So if you keep that thought in your mind, that might help you relax a little bit. And in fact, I care more when I'm speaking with native English speakers and they say something, that's dumb. That would make me more judgmental. They say something that annoys me or that's not very specific. I was talking to someone a few days ago and they weren't being clear, right? It was a native English speaker. They were talking around their main point. They didn't want to say what they wanted to say and they were kind of speaking generally. And I was very annoyed. I thought in my mind, what an idiot. That's what I thought. What an idiot. This is a native English speaker, though. But when I'm talking to most non-native English speakers, and they make all kinds of mistakes, I don't feel anything. I really don't care. That's fine. So hopefully that can help you relax a little bit. If it would help you, and you want to do a video interview sometime to get over your fear, that would be cool. Let's do a video call. You can get over it. You get in touch with me, and that will be fine. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Great question, Potter. I appreciate it. Guys, if you have any other questions about this, let me know in the comments. Work on your confidence not by trying to be more confident, but by trying to not care so much what you think other people think. All right? Good one. Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out my full courses. Those are in the links in the description, and those are on sale. So check those out.